outside of Seoul, I was able to try a wide variety of South Korean dishes, also different but delicious. So I hope you're not too hungry because this video might make you run to the nearest Korean restaurant after watching. How do you call this again? Bibimbap?
Bibimbap.
Bibimbap. So we're at a bibimbap restaurant. Bibimbap. Anyway, so it's basically a mix of cooked vegetables and fresh vegetables and seaweed, and then you take some rice and you drop it in. And I'm really excited. I don't really want to eat it though because it looks so beautiful, but these flowers are actually edible. Curious to see how that tastes. How is it? You look like you're dying.
So good.
Oh, so good. I thought you were in
Because I'm hungry. Yeah, it's so delicious.
I thought you were in pain. Your face was like, you were like that looks like the face of pain. Wait, I don't want the seaweed though. Alright, we gotta restart. Now my bibimbap is a bit naked, but...
Yes, bibimbap.
Oh! Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna eat the flour. I don't taste the flour. I taste the hot sauce. I really like this hot sauce. It's good. No, it's good. I love rice. I love vegetables. I love hot sauce. It's kind of what it tastes like. I didn't make a face like you though. A traditional Korean style meal, which means that we are sitting, if you can kind of tell, on the ground on these little placemats or little cushion things, and a whole spread of seafood is here. This is the vegetarian side because I don't actually like seafood, even though I did just try octopus and it was alive.
Oh, it's so moving.
I'm about to be a murderer.
Come on.
Okay.
Eat it. Come on.
1, 2, close your eye. Close your eye and eat.
Scarier than paragliding.
Just shoot. 1, 2, 3, go. It's moving.
Yeah, like when you see it, come on. Yeah.
Right? Right? Come on, guys.
1, 2, 3.
맛있어요.
Oh my god! I can't do that.
Not bad. I mean, like, you don't really feel it moving in your mouth.
No, because you feel it instantly. How do you say it? Techong. Techong Kim.
Yeah.
We are about to head into Techong Kim manufactory, which is
Yes,
a
Kim is
seafood.
like Kim Kardashian Kim. Oh.
Okay. Techong Kim
Yes.
manufactory, which is a seaweed manufactory that's been around for 40 years and has a very special recipe that's been passed down for 2 generations. So let's go check it out. So the seaweed from this factory comes from the places Anasang and Kenasang. I hope I said that properly. And so in this room is where the production starts. So they will take the seaweed and they'll clean it, they'll purify it, make sure that they get everything out so that you can actually eat it and consume it. And then they're gonna bake it. So in this machine here, they start baking it, and they also put oils into it. So they'll put like canola oil, perilla oil, and sesame oil to be absorbed into the seaweed. And then they'll move on to the second baking. So they'll bake it twice actually. And the second time that they bake it, they will bake it at 400 degrees Celsius for 6 seconds before they pass it along until it's really crispy, and then they'll push it on to the next, where they'll start dividing it. So over here you'll see them dividing the seaweed and proportioning them up to be put in packaging. All of the packaging of the seaweed just gets done by machines. Also, I noticed like most of the people in here are women, and I asked them, you know, why are there so many women opposed to men working in the factory? They said basically that women pay more attention to detail and are a bit more efficient. So that might just be this factory, but yeah, it was just something I noticed, that there are predominantly women working in there, which is pretty cool. So what's really special about the seaweed is that it's actually a super famous brand name. So in pretty much every grocery store, it's like the #1 selling seaweed. I don't like seaweed, to be quite honest with you, but a lot of people do. It's very healthy for you. So seaweed is not just for eating here for enjoyment. There's actually a lot of culture and tradition passed down from generation to generation here in Korea for eating seaweed. And for example, I'm talking about seaweed soup. So when a woman gives birth, they release a lot of hormones and their blood is not very pure. So in order to purify their blood, what they'll do is they'll make this like seaweed soup made out of anchovy broth or beef broth, and they will eat the seaweed soup every single day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 1.5 months. And this way they can purify their blood. Now they don't necessarily like this is not really for enjoyment, but they will do this because it's good for them. What the kids will do is every birthday, and when I say every birthday, I mean from the moment they're like able to have food until like they die. So like even when they get older, they will also eat this seaweed soup, and it's supposed to be to remember their parents' devotion or the mom's devotion to having the seaweed soup and to giving birth to them. So for every birthday, a Korean will eat the seaweed soup, not necessarily for enjoyment, but to remember them. Nowadays, they don't necessarily follow this tradition. Maybe they only do it for like 2 weeks instead of 1.5 months, but they still do it. The guides on our tour right now, they even say that they have the soup for every birthday as well. But yeah, it's just because Korea is a very family-centered culture, so that's why they do that. So excited right now because we're about to have Korean barbecue. I haven't had Korean barbecue this entire trip. I absolutely love it. I used to eat a lot when I was in San Diego when I lived there because there was like a Korean barbecue area and my friends and I would always go. It was all you can eat. So I'm really excited. Let's go have traditional Korean barbecue here in South Korea. Whoa, are we going in an individual room? Oh yeah, this is our room. Wow.
So special.
Oh my god. I'm sorry, what? What is this? Octopus dance.
Octopus dance.
Oh, okay. You reenacting the octopus that you ate?
Yeah. Octopus I eat next time. Like
that. You will turn into an octopus.
That's what the octopus is doing in your body. I take this leaf, and I take these super thin chopsticks, and I take a piece of pork. Did you take this?
Yeah.
What else did you do?
This one. Yeah. Oh, good.
How do you? Okay. Ah! And then you like this. Oh yeah. I know, but that's the happy dance. It's safe good dance. That is very good. You always look like you're in pain when you like really like your food.
I really like eating, you know?
meal that we're having right now is actually like a royal cuisine. It's like what the king used to eat. So I made myself a little plate here of all the different dishes to try. So this is a jellyfish like salad with beef like jelly here on the side. And then we've got a glass noodle with some stir-fried vegetables and sweet potato. This is 장방지. No. Tangpingche. And so that's got glass noodles, some seaweed. And then over here is the watered kimchi. That's really good. It's like, I just like pickled vegetables in a vinegar that's sour. Ooh, that's spicy though. Ooh. And then here we have for the appetizer, chicken porridge. I normally don't like porridge, but this is really good. Here we have ton. It's a fried pancake with vegetable and kimchi. And then here we've got some fried eggplant. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Ton. That's really good as well. I'm gonna try to rush through trying all these. Okay, this one. Oh no, this is fish.
Cá rồi bột.
Don't like that one. Don't like fish. Okay, I feel like this is beans, so I might not like this either.
No, my boyfriend is Chinese, so
This has like cinnamon and brown sugar in it. This is really good. Okay, this is eggplant. I actually don't like eggplant, so we'll see how this is. This is actually quite good because there's a lot of sauce on it. And it's really, it's like sweet and salty a little bit at the same time. That's really good. And so here we have tok, and it's got rice cake, beef, some pepper, and shiitake mushroom. I've actually had rice cake before. It kind of tastes like, it's like dough. It's good. What is that? Salad?
Duck.
Oh, I love duck.
Smoked duck.
So this is the duck mixed with vegetables. Oh, that's really good. That is so good. That might be my favorite.
Can you see center? There is a still fire.
And the center? Oh. And this is mushroom hot pot. Oh, there's a dumpling in it. I can't see. It's like a mushroom stew. That is really good. For some reason, this reminds me of Georgian food in a way, just this thing. And then here we've got some fried pork and vegetables. It's really sweet. I don't think I like it too much. It's kind of like same consistency as hamburger, and that's just a personal thing. I don't really like hamburger, but I think a lot of people would really like that. So I was quite a bit rushed at that lunch to try to film everything, but I realized or learned that Koreans eat really quickly. Like when they have their meals, they like power through the food. Unlike some other cultures, you know, like French culture, for example, they spend like 3 hours eating lunch. Like in Korea, they're like in and out. So everything was coming really fast, and like they were consistently dropping new plates, and then 5 seconds later it felt like they were gone. Not really 5 seconds later, but just really quickly. So you had to like eat it because then the ladies were coming and switching it out with new food, and it was just like constant. It was really cool. I wish that I was a faster eater, I guess, but yeah, the food was amazing. That was definitely like, I think, some of the best food I've had here in South Korea. I'm about to eat a fried leaf. Why would you do that?
Okay, it's just for you, right?
It's not like you taste the leaf. You just taste the fried dough.